Have you ever found yourself waiting for someone to step in and fix everything? Here's the hard truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Life doesn't hand out rescue plans, but it does reward those who take action. Nobody is coming to save you. Get up and be your own hero is your wake-up call to stop waiting, stop doubting, and start creating the life you deserve. In this audiobook, you'll learn how to embrace self-reliance, overcome fear, and turn struggles into stepping stones for success. If you're ready to rise up and take full control of your destiny, this is your moment. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Accepting the truth. The first step to becoming your own hero is to face reality as it is. It can be hard to admit, but no one else is responsible for changing your life, making you happier, or fixing your problems. While friends, family, and mentors can offer support, they cannot do the work for you. Accepting this truth is challenging, but it's also freeing. It means you don't have to wait for someone else to improve your situation. You have the power to take action right now. Accepting the truth also means letting go of the idea that life is fair or that the world owes you anything. You might wish for easy solutions, but true growth comes from pushing through discomfort and finding answers on your own. When you accept that the outcome of your life depends on the choices you make, you stop wasting time on blame or wishing things were different. Instead, you learn to work with what you have and find new ways forward. This change in thinking helps you become stronger and more independent. Accepting the truth doesn't mean giving up on hope or love. It simply means you understand that your happiness and success start with you. Once you let go of the idea that someone else will come along and fix everything, you begin to see new opportunities. You discover inner strengths, hidden talents, and creative solutions that you never noticed before. As you accept the truth, remember that it's not about being alone or without help. It's about knowing that help begins inside you. Once you decide to take control of your actions and attitude, you'll find that people who truly care will still be there. They can cheer you on and guide you, but the steps you take will always be your own. In this way, accepting the truth is the first step toward becoming the hero you've been waiting for. Chapter 2. Embrace self-reliance. Embracing self-reliance means trusting yourself to handle whatever life brings your way. Instead of depending on others to solve your problems, you learn to stand on your own 2 feet. This doesn't mean you never ask for help. It just means you don't wait around hoping someone will fix everything for you. When you believe in your ability to take action, you become more confident and capable. Self-reliance also helps you make better choices. Instead of letting other people's opinions guide you, you begin thinking for yourself. You ask, "What do I want?" and "What's the best path for me?" By depending on your own judgment, you gain independence. You trust your instincts and learn from your mistakes, which makes you grow stronger and wiser over time. When you embrace self-reliance, you stop feeling helpless. You realize that you can learn new skills, find information, and solve problems with a bit of effort. Even if you don't know how to do something right now, you understand that you can figure it out. This feeling of control over your life is empowering. It reminds you that you are responsible for your future and you have the power to shape it. As you practice self-reliance, you'll notice positive changes. You'll feel less anxious about the unknown because you trust yourself to handle it. You'll become more resourceful, finding creative solutions when things don't go as planned. Most importantly, you'll discover a sense of pride and achievement that comes from standing on your own. Embracing self-reliance doesn't mean you're alone. It means you choose to take charge of your own life, becoming the hero you were always meant to be. Chapter 3. Letting go of excuses. Excuses are like walls we build around ourselves. They keep us from moving forward and hold us back from trying new things. When you keep making excuses, you give yourself permission to stay the same, even if you're unhappy. Letting go of excuses means tearing down those walls and deciding that you won't let anything stop you from reaching your goals. Many excuses start as fears. Maybe you say, "I'm too old," or "I don't have enough time," when what you really mean is you're afraid of failing or looking foolish. When you let go of excuses, you face those fears head on. You tell yourself, "Even if I'm scared, I'll try anyway, because that's how I grow." Excuses also come from thinking that you need the perfect conditions before you can act. You might think, "I'll start exercising when I have better shoes," or "I'll work on my dream when I have more money." But there will never be a perfect time. Letting go of excuses means starting right now with what you have and trusting yourself to make it work. Another reason people make excuses is to avoid blame. By saying, "I couldn't do it because of this or that," they protect their pride. But when you drop excuses, you accept responsibility for your life. This doesn't mean you blame yourself for everything. It means you know you have a choice in how you respond to problems. Letting go of excuses helps you become more honest with yourself. You stop hiding behind reasons why you can't and start looking for ways you can. This honesty frees you to see real solutions, discover new paths, and try again even if you fail the first time. When you drop excuses, you gain a sense of freedom. You no longer feel trapped by your past, your fears, or what other people think. You realize that you have the power to change your situation by taking action, learning new skills, and pushing beyond your comfort zone. As you let go of excuses, you start to notice the positive effects on your life. You make progress faster because you're not waiting for the perfect moment. You take risks that lead to great experiences or lessons. You feel proud knowing that you didn't give up or rely on a reason to avoid trying. This new attitude also inspires others around you. When people see you finding ways to succeed instead of making excuses, they might start doing the same. Your example can encourage friends, family, or co-workers to take responsibility and stop letting excuses rule their lives. Of course, letting go of excuses takes practice. You may still catch yourself making one from time to time. The key is to recognize it and replace it with a plan. Instead of saying, "I can't because," say, "I will try this instead." Over time, this habit becomes second nature. In the end, letting go of excuses is about choosing growth over comfort. Excuses feel safe, but they keep you stuck. Once you stop making them, you open the door to true change. You learn that while life may not be perfect, you can still take action, learn from mistakes, and move closer to becoming your own hero. Chapter 4. Facing your fears. Facing your fears is one of the most important steps in becoming your own hero. Fear can make even the simplest tasks feel impossible. It can stop you from trying new things, meeting new people, or chasing your dreams. Yet, when you learn to face your fears, you gain strength and courage you never knew you had. Fear often comes from the unknown. When you don't know what might happen, your mind imagines the worst. To face your fears, start by learning more about what you're afraid of. Information can turn a scary mystery into a simple challenge. The more you know, the less power fear has over you. Sometimes fear is a signal that you care about something important. If you're afraid of failing at a dream job, it means the job matters to you. Knowing this can help you push through the fear. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, think of it as a sign that you're on the right path. You're stepping outside your comfort zone, and that's where real growth happens. One way to face your fears is to start small. If you're afraid of public speaking, don't jump into giving a speech to a huge crowd right away. Try talking to a small group of friends first, or practice in front of a mirror. By taking small steps, you build confidence and show yourself that you can handle more than you thought. Facing your fears doesn't mean you suddenly become fearless. It means you act even though you're afraid. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision that something is more important than fear. When you stand up to what scares you, you prove to yourself that fear doesn't control you. Another way to overcome fear is to focus on the benefits of taking action. Ask yourself, what good things will happen if I face this fear? Maybe you'll learn a new skill, meet someone amazing, or open the door to a new opportunity. When you focus on the positives, fear feels smaller and easier to manage. It can also help to imagine the worst-case scenario and realize you can handle it. Often, the worst case isn't as bad as you think. Even if things don't go perfectly, you learn and survive. Facing fears shows you that even mistakes and failures are not the end of the world. They're just steps along the way. Support from friends, family, or mentors can make a huge difference. Sharing your fears with someone you trust can help you feel less alone. They may offer advice, encouragement, or simply remind you how capable you are. Sometimes just knowing someone has your back makes facing fear more bearable. As you practice facing your fears, pay attention to your thoughts. When scary thoughts arise, challenge them. Ask, is this really true? Or, what if I try anyway? Instead of letting fear run wild in your mind, replace it with more balanced, helpful thoughts. Over time, this will become a habit that keeps fear in check. Keep a record of your victories over fear. Write down times you felt afraid, but acted anyway, and note the positive results. Reading these notes can motivate you the next time fear tries to hold you back. It's a reminder that you've done hard things before and can do them again. Remember that everyone feels fear sometimes. Even the bravest people get scared. The difference is they don't let fear stop them. You can do the same. Knowing that fear is a normal part of life takes away some of its power. You're not weak or strange for feeling afraid. You're human. As you continue facing your fears, you'll notice changes in yourself. You'll feel more confident, more open to trying new things, and more in control of your life. Fear that once seemed huge will start to shrink, because you'll have proven again and again that you can handle the challenges life brings. Facing your fears also inspires others. When people see you step up and try, even though you're scared, they realize they can do it too. Your courage can create a ripple effect, encouraging friends, family, or co-workers to face their own fears. By helping yourself, you help others find their strength. It's important to be patient with yourself. Overcoming fear doesn't happen overnight. You might take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's okay. The key is to keep moving forward, even if the progress is slow. Every little effort counts and builds your courage muscle. In the end, facing your fears is about freedom. Fear tries to keep you trapped in a small, safe box. But real life happens outside that box. When you push through fear, you expand your world, discover new possibilities, and become the hero of your own story. You learn that you have the power to shape your destiny, not fear. By facing your fears, you grow stronger, wiser, and more confident. You realize that fear is just a feeling. It doesn't have to decide your actions. Each time you stand up to fear, you claim more of your life for yourself. This is how heroes are made, one act of courage at a time. Chapter 5. Building Unshakable Confidence. Building unshakable confidence starts with believing in your own worth. You don't need anyone else's approval to know you matter. Confidence grows when you accept yourself, flaws and all, and understand that you have unique strengths that make you special. This belief forms a strong base that nothing can easily shake. Confidence also comes from keeping promises to yourself. When you say you'll do something and then follow through, you show your mind that you can trust your own words. Every completed task, no matter how small, proves that you're reliable. Over time, these small victories add up, turning trust in yourself into solid confidence. Another way to build confidence is to step outside your comfort zone. Doing what feels safe all the time may keep you calm, but it won't help you grow. Trying something new, even if it's scary, teaches you that you can handle more than you imagine. Each time you face a challenge and come out okay, your self-belief gets stronger. Setbacks don't have to destroy your confidence. Instead, treat them like lessons. Maybe you didn't reach your goal yet, but what can you learn from the attempt? Confidence doesn't mean never failing, it means knowing you can get back up. Each time you recover from a stumble, you learn resilience, which is a key part of real confidence. Choosing your thoughts carefully also helps. Negative self-talk can crush your spirit, while uplifting words can make you feel invincible. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," try, "I'll give it my best shot." Over time, kind and encouraging self-talk replaces doubt with calm assurance. Surrounding yourself with supportive people also boosts confidence. Spend time with friends who cheer you on and inspire you to aim higher. Their belief in you can remind you of your capabilities. While you shouldn't rely entirely on others for confidence, positive voices around you help keep your spirits high. Confidence isn't about showing off or looking down on others. Real confidence is quiet and steady. It comes from knowing that who you are is enough, so you don't need to prove anything to anyone. People who are truly confident make others feel safe and valued, not small. Be patient with your progress. Confidence isn't built in a day. It's like a muscle that gets stronger each time you use it. Keep practicing the habits that reinforce your self-belief. Over weeks and months, you'll notice changes in how you speak, act, and handle difficulties. Focus on your strengths and interests. Doing things you're naturally good at reminds you that you're capable. When you recognize areas where you shine, it's easier to feel proud of who you are. Using your talents can give you a sense of purpose and confirm that you bring value to the world. Take note of when you feel confident and when you don't. Maybe you feel sure of yourself when helping a friend or solving a problem at work, but less confident in social situations. Understanding these patterns helps you spot where you need to push yourself more or show yourself more compassion. Confidence also grows when you treat yourself with kindness. If you wouldn't insult a friend for making a mistake, why do it to yourself? Being gentle and forgiving towards yourself sends the message that you deserve respect and understanding. This kindness makes it easier to believe in your worth. Try new skills without worrying about being perfect. Practice is how you improve, and each attempt helps you gain experience. When you see yourself getting better, even if just a little bit at a time, you realize you're capable of growth. Growth proves that you can learn, adapt, and succeed. Remember that confidence isn't about never feeling nervous. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you're a bit uneasy. Feeling butterflies in your stomach before a speech is normal. With confidence, you give that speech anyway, knowing you'll learn from the experience. If doubt creeps in, recall past successes. Think about the times you overcame challenges. These memories act like fuel for your self-belief. Knowing you've handled tough things before helps you trust yourself to handle whatever comes next. In the end, building unshakable confidence means treating yourself like someone you respect and believe in. With each positive action, kind word, and brave step outside your comfort zone, you strengthen your faith in yourself. Over time, this steady effort pays off, leaving you standing tall, sure of who you are, and ready to face the world on your own terms. Chapter 6. Taking consistent action. Taking consistent action means choosing to move forward every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work regularly, not just when you're motivated or excited. By sticking to a plan and showing up for yourself, you build momentum and turn effort into progress. Consistency doesn't mean perfection, it means refusing to quit. There may be days when you can only manage a small step or two, but those steps still count. When you commit to acting steadily over time, those little efforts stack up, eventually creating large, positive changes in your life. One reason consistent action works so well is that it removes the need to rely on fleeting emotions. Motivation can come and go, but a solid habit of taking action isn't influenced by your mood. You do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel at the moment, ensuring steady improvement. Breaking big goals into smaller, doable tasks makes consistent action easier. Instead of overwhelming yourself with huge projects, focus on the next tiny step. Each completed mini-task gives you a sense of accomplishment, encouraging you to keep going and proving that progress is within reach. Over time, consistent action turns into a routine. When you make something a part of your daily or weekly schedule, it becomes automatic. This saves mental energy since you don't have to keep deciding whether to work on your goal. You just do it because it's part of your normal life. As you maintain steady action, you strengthen your willpower and discipline. Each time you follow through on your plans, you show yourself that you're reliable. This self-trust grows like a muscle, making it easier to stay committed and handle challenges that arise along the way. Consistency also reveals what works and what doesn't. When you stick to a plan for a while, you get real feedback from your results. If you're not improving, you can adjust your approach. Without consistent action, it's hard to tell what needs changing, but steady effort provides clear evidence. Acting regularly helps break the cycle of procrastination. Instead of waiting for inspiration or the right time, you move forward now. This prevents tasks from piling up, reducing stress and making your goals feel more manageable. The habit of action becomes a powerful weapon against delay. Your confidence grows each time you take a step forward. Seeing yourself stick to a routine, push through discomfort, and make tangible progress proves that you're capable. Confidence born of consistent action is solid and genuine, not dependent on anyone else's opinion or praise. A steady pace of action also teaches patience. Success rarely arrives overnight, but when you take small, consistent steps, you learn to appreciate gradual improvements. This patience helps you handle setbacks calmly, knowing that minor bumps won't stop you from eventually reaching your destination. Staying consistent can be easier with some form of accountability. Whether you track your progress with a journal, use an app, or involve a friend, having a system to measure your efforts keeps you honest. Accountability acts as a gentle push, reminding you of your goals and why they matter. When you take action regularly, you reduce the power of fear. Uncertainty and doubt shrink each time you prove you can handle challenges. Overcoming fear doesn't mean it disappears completely. It means you trust yourself to act even if you feel unsure, because you've seen yourself succeed before. Consistent action doesn't have to be flashy. It often involves small, unexciting tasks done behind the scenes. Yet these quiet efforts lay the foundation for future achievements. By valuing these simple, regular steps, you set yourself up for long-term success that lasts. As you stay consistent, you become more adaptable. If something isn't working, you can shift gears slightly and keep going. Continuous action gives you lots of chances to learn and improve, turning obstacles into lessons instead of reasons to give up. Ultimately, taking consistent action is about respecting your goals and dreams enough to work toward them every day. It's a statement that your future matters to you and that you're willing to invest time and energy to create the life you want. By taking steady steps forward, you shape your own destiny, one action at a time. Chapter 7. Turning Pain into Power. Pain is something every person experiences at some point in life. It might come from loss, failure, or disappointment, and it can feel overwhelming. Yet, hidden within pain are lessons and strengths you can use to grow. Understanding that pain can be transformed into power is the first step toward healing and moving forward. When you acknowledge your pain instead of running from it, you break the cycle of denial. Ignoring painful feelings only gives them more control. By facing them, you begin to understand their roots. With understanding comes clarity, and clarity helps you take charge of your emotions rather than letting them control you. Pain often reveals how strong you really are. It tests your limits, showing you what you can handle. Each time you overcome a painful experience, you prove to yourself that you're more resilient than you thought. Over time, this knowledge builds unwavering confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Turning pain into power means refusing to remain a victim of circumstances. Even if you couldn't prevent what happened, you can still decide how to respond. Instead of letting pain keep you stuck, use it as motivation to seek answers, improve your skills, or find meaning in struggle. This choice puts you back in the driver's seat of your life. Reframing painful experiences as lessons rather than punishments makes a big difference. Pain can teach you who you are, what you value, and what needs to change. When you treat challenges as stepping stones to growth, each painful moment becomes a building block of the stronger, wiser person you're becoming. One benefit of learning from pain is that it deepens your empathy. When you've felt hurt or lonely, you better understand how others feel when they struggle. This understanding can make you more compassionate, kind, and supportive, strengthening your relationships and giving you a sense of purpose. Facing pain directly might feel scary, but it reduces its power over you. Emotions can be like heavy weights, and carrying them silently is exhausting. By acknowledging pain and expressing it in healthy ways, through talking, writing, or creating, you lift the weight off your shoulders and allow healing to begin. Turning pain into power also involves letting go of what you cannot change. No one can rewrite the past, but everyone can shape the future. Accepting what happened frees you from spending energy on regret or blame. Instead, you can invest that energy into taking positive steps forward. Pain can become the spark that drives you to improve. If a failure hurts, let that pain push you to try again with better strategies. If rejection stings, use that feeling to become more determined. Painful moments show you where you need to grow, and growth leads to new achievements and greater satisfaction. Sometimes, you might not see the meaning behind your pain right away. With time and reflection, patterns may emerge, and you'll realize how a tough period led you to discover new passions, people, or insights. Trust that life's hardest lessons can guide you toward paths you never considered before. Turning pain into power also builds mental toughness. Once you learn you can survive hard times and come out stronger, future challenges seem less threatening. You develop faith in your ability to adapt, learn, and move on, even when the road ahead looks uncertain or tough. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself as you go through the process. Healing takes time, and so does turning wounds into sources of strength. Each small step, each act of resilience, adds up to a remarkable change in how you view yourself and your life. Support from others can help you find the strength in your pain. Sharing what you've been through with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or counselor, can bring comfort and perspective. People who care about you can remind you of your worth and help you see the lessons in difficult experiences. Pain can also inspire change in your habits or environment. If a certain routine or place contributed to your struggle, you can choose to let it go. By making adjustments, you show yourself that you have the power to shape your circumstances rather than being controlled by them. Every painful moment survived becomes a story of resilience you carry with you. Over time, these stories form a library of personal victories. Remembering how you overcame difficulty before can motivate you when new challenges arise, showing you that you have what it takes to keep pushing forward. In learning from pain, you also learn about vulnerability. Admitting something hurts is not weakness, it's honesty. Being honest with yourself helps you understand what you need to heal and grow stronger. With this self-awareness, you become more in tune with your feelings and better able to nurture your own well-being. Your past pain doesn't have to define you. Instead, it can refine you, giving you clearer goals, deeper values, and stronger boundaries. When you refuse to let pain be the final chapter, you write a new ending, one filled with wisdom, confidence, and hope. Lastly, turning pain into power means choosing action over helplessness. Even if you didn't cause your hardship, you can decide how to respond. Taking even a small step toward improvement, learning, or growth shows you that you're in control. Each step proves you're not a victim of pain, but the author of your own next chapter. Chapter 8. Setting Clear Goals. Setting clear goals is like drawing a map before you start a journey. Without a map, it's easy to wander aimlessly, unsure of which direction to go. When you define exactly what you want, you give yourself a starting point, a finish line, and a reason to keep moving forward. Clear goals help you focus your time and energy on what truly matters. Instead of getting lost in endless tasks or distractions, your goals act as a compass, pointing you toward the actions that bring real progress. Knowing where you want to end up helps you ignore the noise that doesn't support your growth. When you set a clear goal, make it as specific as possible. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," try, "I want to get a new job in my field by the end of this year." A precise target tells you exactly what you're aiming for, making it easier to figure out the steps you need to take. Breaking big goals into smaller pieces makes them feel less overwhelming. Each tiny step you complete is a sign that you're moving closer to the finish line. This approach also gives you more chances to celebrate progress along the way, keeping you motivated and confident. Clear goals also help you measure your success. By having a definite endpoint, you can track whether you're moving in the right direction. When you see progress, even if it's slow, you know your efforts are paying off. If you notice you're not getting closer, you can adjust your strategy and try a different approach. Setting a deadline for your goals adds urgency and encourages action. Without a timeline, it's easy to tell yourself you'll get started someday. Choosing a realistic but challenging deadline makes you more likely to begin now, not later. Deadlines turn dreams into achievable plans. Writing your goals down can make a big difference. Putting them on paper turns vague ideas into something you can see and review. This visual reminder keeps your goals fresh in your mind, so when distractions appear, you remember what you're working toward. Sharing your goals with someone supportive can provide accountability. Whether it's a friend, family member, or mentor, knowing someone else is aware of your plans can push you to stay committed. It's harder to give up when you know someone cares about your progress. When you set clear goals, make sure they align with your values. Goals that go against what you believe in can leave you feeling empty, even if you achieve them. Check that what you're aiming for matches who you are and what's truly important to you, so that success feels meaningful. Setting the right goals involves balance. Aim high enough that you feel challenged, but not so high that the task seems impossible. Achieving smaller successes builds confidence, helping you tackle bigger, more daring goals as you grow. As you work toward your goals, be open to adjustments. Life changes, and so can your priorities or strategies. If something isn't working, tweak your plan rather than giving up. Flexibility ensures that you don't get stuck in frustration and can find new ways to move forward. Clear goals protect you from drifting through life. Instead of feeling like you're standing still, you have direction. Each day becomes a chance to inch closer to what you want, and that sense of purpose can bring excitement and energy to your routine. Having clear goals also helps you manage your time better. When you know what tasks are essential, you can say no to what doesn't help you reach your destination. Good time management becomes easier because you understand what deserves your attention and what you can let go. Think about the why behind your goals. Understanding why you want something gives you strength during hard times. Maybe you want a better job to support your family, or learn a new skill to feel more confident. A strong reason keeps you going when challenges arise. Don't be afraid to revise your goals if you learn more about yourself and what you truly want. Goals aren't set in stone, they're guidelines. As you grow and change, what matters to you might shift. Updating your goals so they stay in line with your evolving priorities keeps them meaningful. Remember that reaching a goal is not just about the end result, but also about who you become along the way. Working towards something meaningful teaches you discipline, patience, and resilience. Those qualities remain valuable long after you've checked a goal off your list. Take the time to celebrate every milestone. Recognizing your efforts boosts morale and encourages you to push harder. Even small wins count because they remind you that progress is real, showing that you can handle more than you once believed. Finally, clear goals give your life direction, helping you wake up each day with purpose. Instead of feeling lost or uncertain, you feel driven, knowing each step you take matters. By setting your sights on a well-defined target, you transform your hopes into a plan, and your plan into tangible success. Chapter 9. Mastering Self-Discipline. Mastering self-discipline means learning to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the ability to stay committed to your plans and promises to yourself, no matter how tempting it is to give in to distractions or give up. While it may seem difficult at first, self-discipline is a skill anyone can develop with practice. A good place to start is by creating simple routines. When certain tasks become part of your daily schedule, you no longer waste time deciding whether to do them. Instead, you simply follow the pattern you've set. Routines help turn effort into a natural habit, making it easier to stay consistent. It's also helpful to know your triggers, those moments, feelings or thoughts that tempt you to delay or avoid your responsibilities. Once you recognize these triggers, you can prepare for them in advance. For example, if you know you get distracted by your phone in the morning, place it in another room before you go to sleep. Setting small, achievable goals is another key step. Trying to do too much too soon often leads to frustration. Instead, break big objectives into tiny steps you can tackle one at a time. Each finished step gives you proof that you can follow through, which builds confidence and strengthens your self-discipline. Remember that self-discipline isn't about being perfect. Everyone slips up now and then. The important thing is how you respond afterward. Instead of feeling guilty or giving up, acknowledge what went wrong and try again. This willingness to start over shows true strength and keeps you moving forward. Rewards can be useful in maintaining self-discipline. When you stick to a difficult task for a set amount of time, treat yourself to something small you enjoy. Over time, your brain will connect good behavior with positive outcomes, making it easier to stay disciplined. Self-discipline grows stronger when you keep track of your progress. Write down what you accomplished each day, no matter how small. Seeing evidence of consistent effort reminds you that you are capable of following through and that every action counts toward your long-term success. Another effective strategy is to reduce temptations. If there's candy on your desk and you're trying to eat healthy, put it out of sight. If you spend too long watching TV, limit the time you allow yourself to turn it on. Making your environment support your goals makes it simpler to stay on track. Support from others can help too. Share your goals with a trusted friend or family member and ask them to check in with you. Knowing someone will ask about your progress can keep you honest and push you to stay disciplined, even on days when you feel less motivated. Sometimes it helps to remind yourself why you wanted to build self-discipline in the first place. Think about the benefits you'll gain: better health, improved skills, greater success at work or school. Keep these reasons in mind when your resolve wavers. A clear purpose gives you strength. Focus on long-term rewards instead of short-term comfort. Skipping a workout for an extra hour of sleep might feel good today, but sticking to your exercise plan will give you more energy, confidence, and health down the road. Self-discipline helps you trade a bit of discomfort now for greater rewards later. Practice patience as you develop self-discipline. Lasting change rarely happens overnight. Give yourself time to adjust to new habits and routines. Each day you stay disciplined is another step closer to making it a natural part of who you are. Learn from moments of weakness rather than feeling discouraged. If you slip up, ask yourself what went wrong. Did you take on too much? Were you tired, stressed, or distracted? Understanding the reasons behind your setbacks allows you to create solutions for the future. Visualize yourself being disciplined and achieving your goals. Close your eyes and imagine following your schedule, resisting temptations, and feeling proud of your effort. This mental rehearsal helps train your mind to act in ways that support your success, making discipline feel more natural over time. It can help to simplify choices. If you're overwhelmed by too many options, decision-making becomes draining and self-discipline suffers. Limit the number of decisions you make each day about small things, like what to wear or what to eat, so you have more willpower left for important tasks. Look for role models who display great self-discipline. This could be a famous athlete, a successful entrepreneur, or someone in your own life who consistently follows through on their plans. Observing how they operate can give you ideas and inspiration for strengthening your own habits. Be proud of your progress as you develop self-discipline. Every small victory, from choosing a healthy snack to working on a project before relaxing, deserves recognition. Acknowledging these wins encourages you to keep pushing yourself forward with confidence. Over time, as self-discipline becomes part of your identity, you'll notice improvements in many areas of your life. You'll feel more in control, more capable, and more assured that you can achieve what you set out to do. This sense of empowerment is what makes mastering self-discipline truly worthwhile. Chapter 10. Protecting your energy. Protecting your energy means being careful about what you let into your life. Just as your body needs good food, rest, and exercise to stay healthy, your mind and emotions need positive influences and supportive habits. When you protect your energy, you create a space where you can thrive, rather than feeling drained or overwhelmed by outside forces. One way to start is by recognizing what lifts you up versus what weighs you down. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain people, engaging in particular activities, or even scrolling through social media. If something leaves you feeling tired or anxious, consider limiting your exposure to it. Protecting your energy begins with awareness. Set clear boundaries around your time and attention. If you constantly say yes to every request, you'll have no space left for your own goals and well-being. Learn to say no when you need to. Your time is valuable, and saving it for what truly matters helps you stay strong and focused. Your environment can either boost your energy or drain it. A cluttered, noisy space might make it hard to concentrate, while a clean and quiet area can help you feel calm and refreshed. Consider making small changes to your surroundings to create an atmosphere that supports your inner strength and peace. Avoid toxic relationships as much as possible. While it's not always easy to step away from negative people, limiting contact with those who constantly criticize, blame, or belittle you is an important step. Surrounding yourself with supportive, uplifting people helps you protect your energy and stay motivated. If you find yourself feeling stressed or overwhelmed, take a break. Even a few moments of silence, deep breathing, or a short walk can help clear your mind. By allowing yourself time to rest and recharge, you maintain balance and prevent burnout. Practice mindfulness in your daily life. Whether it's enjoying a cup of tea without distractions or taking a quiet moment to appreciate a sunset, being fully present can restore your energy. Mindfulness helps you focus on what truly matters and lets you release worries that drain your strength. Your habits play a big part in protecting your energy. Positive routines like regular exercise, balanced meals, and enough sleep keep your body and mind strong. When you care for yourself physically, you build a solid foundation for managing stress and staying focused on your goals. Setting goals that align with your values ensures you're using your energy wisely. If you know what you want and why it matters, you can direct your efforts toward actions that bring you closer to your vision. This clarity keeps you from wasting energy on things that don't serve your purpose. Take time to reflect on how you spend your day. Look at your schedule and ask if the activities you fill your hours with support your well-being. Removing or reducing tasks that leave you feeling empty allows more room for what energizes you and moves you forward. Celebrate the moments when you successfully protect your energy. Each time you stand up for your boundaries, choose a healthy habit, or spend time in uplifting company, acknowledge the victory. Recognizing these efforts builds confidence and encourages you to continue caring for yourself. Be patient with yourself as you learn to guard your energy. Changing old habits or distancing yourself from negative influences won't happen overnight. Small steps, taken consistently, make a big difference over time. Your self-care journey is a process, not a quick fix. If you slip up and let too many energy-draining situations into your life, don't be hard on yourself. Instead, treat it as a lesson. Ask what led to this situation and how you can handle it better next time. Each challenge you face gives you new tools to protect your energy in the future. Practice gratitude for the people, places, and experiences that add energy to your life. When you focus on what's going right, you shift your mindset toward positivity. Gratitude fills you with appreciation, reminding you that there's always something supportive and nourishing around you. Recognize that protecting your energy also means respecting other people's boundaries. Encouraging healthy exchanges with friends, family, and co-workers creates an environment where everyone's well-being is valued. Mutual respect leads to more meaningful, balanced relationships that uplift all involved. If you're not sure how to protect your energy, consider seeking help from a mentor, coach, or trusted friend. Sometimes an outside perspective can highlight patterns you don't see on your own. Guidance from someone who understands can give you fresh ideas on how to guard your mental and emotional space. As you become better at protecting your energy, you'll notice you have more patience, focus, and resilience. Life's challenges might still appear, but you'll face them with a stronger sense of calm and determination. Your energy becomes a resource you use wisely, fueling your growth rather than being drained by outside demands. In the end, protecting your energy is an act of self-respect. It reminds you that your well-being matters, that your dreams deserve your full attention, and that you have the right to shape your life. By choosing what you allow in and what you keep out, you create a healthier, happier path forward, one where your energy serves you rather than slips away. Chapter 11. Overcoming Procrastination. 1. Procrastination is the habit of putting things off, even when we know doing them would be better for us. It's often easier to watch another video, scroll through social media, or find something else to do instead of tackling that important task. Recognizing this behavior is the first step in breaking free from it. Once you admit you're avoiding certain duties, you can start finding ways to move forward. 2. One reason people procrastinate is because they feel overwhelmed. When a task seems too big or complicated, it's tempting to delay starting it. To overcome this, break big tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces. Focus on one small part at a time, and you'll find it much less intimidating to begin. 3. Clarity helps reduce procrastination. If you're not sure what needs to be done, you might hesitate. Take a moment to clearly define the task and the steps involved. Write them down or outline them in a simple list. By knowing exactly what to do next, you remove confusion and make it easier to get started. 4. Sometimes people put things off because they're afraid they won't do a good job. They wait for the perfect moment or more motivation. Remember that perfection isn't required to get something done. Starting now, even if you're not at your best, is better than waiting forever for the perfect conditions. 5. Setting a specific deadline can help push you into action. Instead of saying, "I'll do it someday," pick a date and time when you'll start or finish the task. This creates a sense of urgency and reduces the chances of endlessly putting it off. Sticking to your chosen deadlines builds trust in yourself. 6. Create a positive environment that supports productivity. Remove things that distract you, like your phone or TV, or work in a quiet space where you can focus. By shaping your surroundings to encourage action, you make it simpler to dive into the work without delay. 7. Use tools or techniques to stay on track. Setting a timer for a short burst of work, like 10 or 20 minutes, can get you started. Often the hardest part is just beginning. Once you're actually working, it's easier to continue. This approach helps you overcome the initial resistance to starting. 8. Rewards can motivate you to stop procrastinating. Promise yourself something small and enjoyable after completing a portion of the task. Whether it's a short break, a treat, or time spent doing a favorite activity, knowing a reward awaits can encourage you to get things done sooner rather than later. 9. Remember that procrastination grows when we focus on how hard or boring a task is. Instead, think about the benefits of finishing. Maybe completing the task clears your schedule for fun later, improves your future job prospects, or simply ends the stress of having it hang over your head. Focusing on positive outcomes can pull you toward action. 10. Practice self-compassion if you slip up. If you procrastinate one day, don't be too hard on yourself. Feeling guilty or upset might lead to more avoidance. Instead, calmly acknowledge the delay, learn from it, and try a different approach next time. Kindness toward yourself makes it easier to keep improving. 11. Sometimes talking to someone about your plans can help. When you share your goals with a friend or family member, you create a sense of accountability. Knowing that someone else is aware of your intentions can push you to take action, so you don't have to explain why you never started. 12. Try visualizing the process and the result. Picture yourself beginning the task calmly and working through it step by step. See yourself finishing it and feeling proud. This mental rehearsal reduces anxiety and makes the actual process feel more familiar and less daunting. 13. Get to know the times of day when you have the most energy or the clearest mind. If you're a morning person, start challenging tasks early. If you think better in the afternoon or evening, plan your hardest work then. Aligning tasks with your natural rhythm helps you avoid putting them off. 14. Reflect on why you're procrastinating each time it happens. Are you tired, anxious, or unsure what to do first? Finding the root cause makes it easier to fix the problem. For example, if you're tired, maybe you need more rest or breaks. If you're unsure, maybe you need more information or a simpler plan. 15. Treat starting a task like dipping your toe into a pool. You don't have to dive in head first. Just open the document, lay out the tools, or read the first paragraph of the instructions. Often, taking that tiny first step creates momentum that helps you continue without feeling forced. 16. Plan your day in advance. Decide which tasks you'll tackle and when. By setting a schedule, you eliminate the guesswork. When the appointed time arrives, you simply begin instead of wasting time deciding what to do. This structure helps keep procrastination at bay. 17. Over time, reducing procrastination makes you feel more in control. You become someone who can rely on yourself to get things done. This builds confidence, which makes starting new tasks easier and more natural. Each success in avoiding delay makes future efforts less stressful. 18. Ultimately, overcoming procrastination is about changing your habits one step at a time. Every time you choose to start instead of wait, you're training yourself to act rather than delay. With practice, what once felt hard becomes normal. Instead of avoiding tasks, you learn to handle them promptly, creating a positive cycle of productivity and peace of mind. Chapter 12. Embracing Growth Mindset. 1. Embracing a growth mindset means understanding that your abilities and intelligence can develop through effort, practice, and perseverance. Instead of believing your talents are fixed, you accept that you can improve over time. This mindset opens the door to new opportunities because you see challenges as chances to learn rather than signs of failure. 2. A growth mindset values progress over perfection. When you allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them, you're more likely to push beyond your comfort zone. Instead of feeling defeated when you stumble, you see each setback as a stepping stone. This perspective helps you stay motivated, knowing that every attempt gets you closer to mastery. 3. Curiosity fuels a growth mindset. By asking questions, seeking feedback, and exploring new subjects, you develop your skills and broaden your understanding. Rather than feeling ashamed of what you don't know, you view gaps in knowledge as exciting invitations to discover more. Curiosity encourages continuous learning and personal evolution. 4. Embracing a growth mindset also means being open to constructive criticism. When someone points out where you can improve, you don't take it as an attack on your character. Instead, you appreciate the guidance and use it to refine your performance. This attitude helps you transform feedback into a valuable resource. 5. To nurture a growth mindset, compare yourself not to others, but to your past self. Focus on how far you've come rather than who is ahead of you. This approach reduces envy and frustration, replacing them with pride in your progress. You become your own benchmark, celebrating improvements that reflect your hard work. 6. A growth mindset helps you embrace challenges that might have once seemed impossible. Instead of avoiding difficult tasks, you welcome them, understanding that effort leads to growth. Over time, tackling tough problems builds confidence, teaching you that you can handle more than you ever imagined. 7. With a growth mindset, you recognize that patience is part of the journey. Skills and understanding don't blossom overnight. By accepting that growth takes time, you remove the pressure of instant success. This patience makes you more willing to persist, even when the process is slow and steady. 8. Effort becomes a friend rather than a chore when you adopt a growth mindset. You know that consistent practice and steady dedication are the ingredients of improvement. Putting in the work feels worthwhile because you trust that every ounce of effort brings you closer to becoming better at what you do. 9. Embracing a growth mindset shifts your focus from "I can't do it" to "I can't do it yet." That single word, "yet," changes the narrative. It reminds you that your limitations are temporary states, not permanent conditions. This shift encourages optimism and a willingness to keep trying until you find success. 10. A growth mindset thrives in supportive environments. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in effort, resilience, and learning helps reinforce your new perspective. Together, you inspire each other to aim higher, see mistakes as normal parts of the process, and celebrate every sign of progress. 11. When you adopt this mindset, you start seeking challenges rather than running from them. Instead of playing it safe, you eagerly sign up for projects that stretch your abilities. Each successful attempt builds trust in your capacity to develop new strengths. Before long, you embrace risk-taking as a path to discovery. 12. Embracing a growth mindset also reduces fear of judgment. You stop worrying so much about what others think of your mistakes because you understand that errors are natural. This freedom lets you experiment, fail forward, and try new methods without stressing over external opinions. 13. A growth mindset helps you maintain a sense of purpose. Knowing you can improve motivates you to keep learning and exploring. Rather than feeling stuck in a role or skill level, you see your life as a journey of continuous development. This long-term perspective keeps you excited about what lies ahead. 14. When setbacks occur, a growth mindset encourages you to respond with problem-solving rather than self-pity. You ask, "What can I learn from this?" and "How can I do better next time?" This approach transforms difficulties into valuable lessons that sharpen your abilities and strategies. 15. As you strengthen your growth mindset, you'll notice a shift in your confidence. Instead of fearing new opportunities, you welcome them with an open mind. This confidence doesn't come from believing you're perfect, but from trusting your ability to learn, adapt, and improve through persistent effort. 16. Embracing a growth mindset also teaches you to appreciate effort in others. You admire people who persevere, learn, and evolve, rather than those who seem naturally gifted. This new viewpoint encourages you to uplift and celebrate hard-working individuals, fostering a positive, supportive community. 17. Over time, the growth mindset becomes a natural part of your thinking. You handle challenges with resilience and view mistakes without shame. As you continue to learn and advance, your sense of self-worth is no longer tied to fixed abilities, but rather to your willingness to keep growing. 18. Ultimately, embracing a growth mindset transforms your entire relationship with learning, work, and life itself. You discover that your potential is not a fixed point, but a horizon you can keep reaching toward. With this mindset, you unlock the door to constant improvement, greater creativity, and the fulfillment that comes from never stopping your personal evolution. Chapter 13. Being your own inspiration. 1. Being your own inspiration means looking inward for the spark that drives you forward. Instead of waiting for someone else to encourage you, you decide to become the source of your own motivation. This shift gives you control over your confidence, energy, and sense of purpose. 2. One way to become your own inspiration is by recognizing the strengths you already possess. Too often, people focus on their weaknesses, but taking time to appreciate your talents and positive qualities shows you that you have plenty to be proud of. Acknowledging these inner resources builds a stronger foundation for self-belief. 3. Reflecting on your personal history can help too. Consider the challenges you've faced in the past and how you overcame them. Each victory, no matter how small, is proof of your resilience and capability. By remembering these successes, you remind yourself that you're capable of meeting whatever new test comes your way. 4. Setting personal goals you truly care about also nurtures inspiration from within. When you work towards something meaningful to you, the drive to keep going arises naturally. Instead of relying on outside praise, your own excitement about the outcome guides you, making progress feel deeply satisfying. 5. Even when progress feels slow, you can inspire yourself by celebrating small wins. Each step you take, each problem you solve, and each lesson you learn represents growth. Over time, these modest achievements stack up, showing you that steady effort leads to real change. 6. Becoming your own inspiration doesn't mean ignoring the achievements of others. It's fine to admire role models, but remember that you have unique qualities they don't. Instead of comparing yourself to them, focus on how you can apply their lessons in your own life. You're not trying to become someone else, you're trying to become a better version of you. 7. Regular self-reflection can help you stay inspired. Take quiet moments to check in with yourself, asking what you've learned, how you've grown, and what you want next. This honest, ongoing dialogue guides you toward personal evolution without relying on external validation. 8. Experimenting with new hobbies, skills, or activities can spark internal motivation as well. When you discover that you can learn something new or adapt to fresh challenges, you prove to yourself that growth isn't limited by current abilities. Expanding your horizons reinforces the idea that you hold the keys to your own progress. 9. Practicing kindness toward yourself is crucial. When you treat yourself with respect and understanding, it becomes easier to believe in your potential. Self-compassion encourages you to keep going even if you stumble, because you trust that mistakes are just part of the journey, not reasons to give up. 10. Building healthy habits supports your quest for self-inspiration. When your daily routine includes positive actions, like reading, exercising, or reflecting on your goals, you create a steady flow of encouraging signals. These habits quietly remind you that you're capable of staying disciplined and committed. 11. Embracing challenges on purpose can help too. Intentionally choosing tasks that stretch your abilities reinforces the idea that you can push past discomfort. The more you prove to yourself that you can handle difficulties, the more you'll see yourself as a source of strength and resilience. 12. Surrounding yourself with supportive influences is still valuable, but remember that their role is to uplift, not to define your worth. While friends or mentors can offer encouragement, you remain the author of your own story. Knowing this lets you appreciate their help without feeling dependent on it. 13. Cultivating a sense of gratitude for your own efforts can boost your internal inspiration. Thank yourself for showing up, trying hard, and learning from every experience. Recognizing your dedication encourages you to keep giving your best, fueling the cycle of self-driven motivation. 14. Mindfulness also plays a role in self-inspiration. staying present in the moment helps you appreciate your ongoing progress. Instead of longing for some distant future where you've arrived, you understand that each present action counts. This awareness helps you see yourself as a capable person at every stage. 15. Setting personal standards keeps you on track. Instead of measuring success by what others achieve, define what matters most to you. When you measure yourself against your own values and aspirations, you create a fair, motivating environment. You become the benchmark you strive to meet or surpass. 16. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself that everyone starts somewhere. Your current skills and understanding are not fixed endpoints. With time and effort, you can improve. Believing in your capacity to grow turns self-doubt into a challenge you're willing to meet rather than a barrier that holds you back. 17. Seeking knowledge and learning new strategies reinforces the idea that you can rely on your own initiative. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, or practicing new skills, you show yourself that you have the power to acquire what you need. This self-reliance solidifies the feeling that you can inspire yourself without waiting for guidance. 18. Ultimately, being your own inspiration means owning your journey. You acknowledge your talents, face your shortcomings, set meaningful goals, and take pride in the person you're becoming. By depending on your inner resources, you ensure that motivation, encouragement, and hope are always accessible. Your internal strength becomes the guiding light that leads you toward the life you want. Chapter 14. Celebrating Small Wins. 1. Celebrating small wins is about giving yourself credit for every bit of progress, no matter how minor it may seem. Rather than waiting until you reach a huge milestone, you acknowledge the steps you've taken along the way. This simple shift in perspective makes the journey more encouraging and enjoyable. 2. Each time you recognize a small success, you reinforce the idea that effort leads to positive results. Small wins remind you that you're moving forward, even if the end goal still feels distant. This confirmation gives you the motivation to keep going, ensuring that you don't lose heart along the path. 3. Celebrating small achievements helps reduce overwhelm. Instead of feeling frustrated by how far you still have to go, you notice how far you've already come. Appreciating these incremental gains lightens the pressure and turns what could feel like an endless climb into a series of manageable steps. 4. Even a tiny step forward is better than standing still. When you learn to value minor improvements, like reading one more page, exercising an extra minute, or writing a single paragraph, you build a habit of noticing growth. Over time, these small efforts accumulate into something truly substantial. 5. Acknowledging little victories boosts your self-confidence. Each time you celebrate, you're telling yourself, "I can do this." Even if the win seems insignificant to others, it matters to you. This sense of personal pride encourages you to trust your abilities and tackle bigger challenges with courage. 6. Celebrations don't have to be complicated. Something as simple as a smile, a mental good job, or a short break can be enough to mark your achievement. What matters is that you take a moment to recognize you made progress, reinforcing that you're on the right track. 7. Consistently celebrating small wins makes perseverance easier. Instead of feeling that success only comes at the very end, you see it unfold bit by bit. This steady stream of positive reinforcement keeps your spirits high and your determination alive, even during difficult phases. 8. By celebrating incremental progress, you shift focus from what's missing to what's present. You stop thinking solely about the ultimate goal and start appreciating the journey itself. This outlook reduces stress, making it less about crossing a distant finish line and more about valuing the growth process. 9. Small wins act as checkpoints. Each time you note a success, you confirm that your methods are working. If you find you haven't made any progress for a while, that's a sign to adjust your approach. Thus, these celebrations also provide feedback, guiding you toward better strategies. 10. When you share your small wins with supportive friends or family, you amplify the positive effect. Their encouragement can deepen your satisfaction and inspire you to keep striving. Celebrating together reminds you that you're not alone and that your progress, no matter the scale, is worth acknowledging. 11. Recognizing small gains helps maintain consistency. Sometimes your motivation might waver, but looking back at recent wins proves that effort isn't wasted. This proof strengthens your resolve to show up day after day, trusting that more victories, big and small, lie ahead. 12. Celebrating smaller successes teaches patience. When you appreciate each step, you learn that real change takes time. Instead of feeling impatient or disappointed that you haven't reached your grand vision yet, you understand that meaningful transformations often emerge from many humble moments. 13. Small wins also encourage experimentation. Knowing that even a minor positive result is worth celebrating makes you more willing to try new things. If a small change in your routine leads to a slight improvement, that's a reason to smile and keep exploring new possibilities. 14. This approach to progress helps you form a kinder relationship with yourself. Instead of criticizing yourself for what you haven't done, you praise yourself for what you have accomplished. This gentle self-talk fosters resilience, helping you bounce back from setbacks without harsh judgment. 15. As you continue to appreciate each positive step, you develop a growth-oriented mindset. You start seeing progress in places you never noticed before, and this awareness reveals how adaptable you are. Each small win highlights your capacity to learn, evolve, and push beyond old limitations. 16. Celebrating small wins also trains you to notice and enjoy the present moment. Rather than delaying happiness until you've achieved something huge, you experience satisfaction today. This practice enriches your life, allowing you to feel good about yourself long before you reach the final goal. And 17. Over time, these celebrations transform the way you view challenges. Instead of obstacles feeling like reasons to quit, they become opportunities to earn another win, however small. This shift in perspective encourages persistence, making you more willing to tackle new difficulties confidently. 18. Embracing small wins spreads to other areas of your life. You begin noticing positive changes in your health, relationships, or skills that previously went overlooked. By training yourself to see improvement everywhere, you cultivate gratitude and satisfaction that extends well beyond a single project. 19. Small wins act as reminders of your potential. Each success, no matter how minor, is evidence that you can make good things happen through consistent effort. They reinforce that your dreams aren't out of reach. They're slowly becoming reality, one small achievement at a time. 20. Ultimately, celebrating small wins is about valuing the journey. Life is made of countless steps rather than a single giant leap. By cherishing each improvement, you develop faith in yourself and find joy in progress itself. This attitude ensures that, as you move forward, you carry a sense of fulfillment and hope with every step. Chapter 15. Refining your habits. 1. Refining your habits is about making small adjustments to improve the quality of your daily actions. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life at once, you focus on fine-tuning the routines and behaviors you already have. This gradual approach helps create lasting positive changes. 2. The first step is to identify which habits support your goals and which ones hold you back. By taking an honest look at how you spend your time, you can see where small tweaks can produce big results. Awareness allows you to target your efforts where they'll make the most difference. 3. Consider starting with one habit at a time. Trying to fix everything immediately can feel overwhelming. Pick a single habit you'd like to improve. Perhaps it's reading a bit more each day or drinking an extra glass of water, and give it your full attention until it becomes a natural part of your life. 4. It's important to keep track of your habits. Writing down your progress or using a simple chart helps you stay accountable. Seeing evidence of consistency builds confidence and encourages you to push forward, even on days when motivation feels low. 5. When refining your habits, focus on making them slightly harder or easier, depending on your goal. If you want to watch less TV, keep the remote in another room. If you want to practice guitar more, leave it out where you'll see it. Tiny changes in your environment can guide your actions. 6. Be patient with yourself. Habits take time to adjust. It's normal to slip up or miss a day. Instead of feeling guilty, treat these moments as learning opportunities. Ask what went wrong and how you can handle it better next time. Then move on without dwelling on the mistake. 7. Linking a new habit to an existing routine can help. For example, if you already make coffee in the morning, add a quick workout stretch after you set your cup down. By stacking habits, you build upon a stable foundation and make adoption simpler and smoother. 8. Rewarding yourself for consistent behavior reinforces positive habits. The reward doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's a short break, a piece of fruit, or a moment to reflect on your progress. These small incentives remind your brain that good habits lead to pleasant outcomes. 9. As you refine habits, you may notice some patterns don't fit your life anymore. That's okay. Habits are not set in stone. Feel free to update or replace them as your priorities shift. Flexibility ensures your habits remain aligned with who you are and who you want to become. 10. Consider seeking inspiration from others who have mastered the habits you're aiming for. Learning their strategies and approaches can give you fresh ideas. You don't need to copy everything they do, but observing their success can spark creative solutions that fit your unique situation. 11. Keep your goals visible to remind yourself why you're refining habits in the first place. A simple note on your desk, a meaningful quote on the wall, or a digital reminder on your phone can all reinforce your commitment and make it easier to stay focused. 12. Over time, as your habits improve, you might find that some routines need to be challenged further. If reading for 10 minutes was once hard, but now feels easy, consider increasing it to 15 minutes. Regularly revisiting and adjusting your habits keeps them fresh and effective. 13. Be realistic about what you can achieve. Starting too big or aiming for perfection can lead to frustration. It's better to set a modest goal and achieve it consistently than to aim too high and burn out. Steady progress is more sustainable than quick, dramatic changes. 14. Don't overlook the importance of self-compassion. Refining habits isn't a test of worthiness, it's a path to growth. If you miss a day or struggle with a new routine, treat yourself kindly. Remember that the goal is long-term improvement, not faultless execution. 15. Reflect on how your refined habits influence other areas of your life. Perhaps getting to bed earlier helps you feel more energetic and clear-minded at work. Noticing these positive ripples shows you that small changes can produce benefits beyond what you initially imagined. 16. Sometimes a habit might need to be removed altogether. If you realize certain routines actively sabotage your well-being or progress, don't hesitate to let them go. Removing harmful habits creates space for healthier ones to flourish. 17. Stay open-minded about trying new methods to refine your habits. If one approach doesn't work, experiment with another. Maybe a friend's advice or a different tool will make a difference. Being flexible keeps you adaptable and resilient on your journey. 18. Celebrate milestones in your habit journey. When you've maintained a routine consistently for a month or improved your skill beyond what you thought possible, take a moment to appreciate your growth. Recognizing these achievements fuels your desire to keep refining. 19. Over time, as your habits evolve, you'll notice a change in how you see yourself. You'll start viewing yourself as someone who can improve, adapt, and persist. This shift in identity is powerful and can motivate you to tackle new challenges with confidence. 20. Ultimately, refining your habits is an ongoing process. There's no finish line where you have to stop improving. With each small adjustment, you get closer to the life you envision for yourself. By committing to this steady, thoughtful process, you ensure that your habits continually serve your growth and well-being. Chapter 16. Owning your journey. 1. Owning your journey means recognizing that your life is yours to shape. While others may influence or guide you, the ultimate responsibility lies in your hands. This understanding gives you the freedom to set your direction and the courage to move at your own pace. 2. When you own your journey, you no longer wait for permission to improve or grow. You choose your goals, define your values, and decide what matters most to you. Instead of drifting with the current, you become the captain steering the ship through calm seas and rough waters alike. 3. This approach requires accepting that the past cannot be changed. You learn from your history, but you refuse to let old mistakes or regrets define your future. By focusing on what you can do now, you free yourself to take action and create new stories of strength and resilience. 4. Owning your journey also involves taking responsibility for your choices. Every decision, big or small, shapes your path. Whether things turn out well or not, you learn to say, "This was my call and I'll grow from it." Instead of blaming others or fate, you use each outcome as a lesson to refine your judgment. 5. As you claim full ownership, you recognize that growth is a lifelong process. There is no final destination where you become perfect. Instead, you continuously evolve, learn, and adapt. This outlook allows you to face challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to become more capable. 6. Owning your journey encourages you to trust your instincts. You listen to advice, but you also know when to follow your inner compass. Your intuition becomes a valuable tool, helping you navigate decisions with confidence and authenticity. 7. Embracing this mindset means understanding that setbacks are temporary detours, not permanent dead ends. Owning your journey lets you pick yourself up after a fall and try again. You know that every stumble teaches you how to step more carefully next time. 8. This perspective empowers you to set boundaries and protect what matters. You become mindful of how you spend your time and with whom you share your energy. Owning your journey means choosing activities, relationships, and commitments that align with your goals and values. 9. Instead of seeking constant approval from others, you learn to trust your own voice. Owning your journey means that your sense of worth isn't tied to external praise. You measure success by your standards, celebrating progress that reflects your personal growth rather than someone else's idea of achievement. 10. With this mindset, regret loses its grip. While it's normal to look back and wish you'd done some things differently, you don't let those thoughts paralyze you. Owning your journey gives you permission to accept the past, make peace with it, and focus on what you can create now and in the future. 11. Embracing ownership of your life lets you handle challenges with creativity. Instead of viewing problems as reasons to quit, you treat them as puzzles to solve. You experiment with solutions, learn from attempts that don't work, and keep refining your approach until you find a way forward. 12. Owning your journey also means acknowledging that help is a resource, not a crutch. You can ask for guidance without surrendering control. Seeking assistance when needed is a sign of strength, not weakness, because you remain the one choosing who and what influences your path. 13. As you take charge, you discover that you have more options than you once believed. You're not limited by old labels or expectations. By testing your abilities and pushing beyond familiar limits, you reveal potential you never knew you had. 14. This perspective reduces fear because you accept uncertainty as part of life. Owning your journey means you don't have all the answers, but you trust yourself to find them. This trust fuels bravery, making it easier to step into the unknown. 15. Over time, owning your journey transforms how you handle success. Instead of feeling lucky or surprised, you see your wins as the natural result of consistent effort and wise choices. This realization reinforces your confidence and encourages you to aim even higher. 16. Owning your journey also makes you kinder to yourself. When you acknowledge that you are trying your best, you stop being overly harsh about imperfections. Self-compassion thrives when you know you're doing what you can to move forward, despite setbacks. 17. The people around you benefit as well. When you model self-determination and resilience, you inspire others to do the same. Your example shows that anyone can take control of their life, making positive changes and facing challenges with courage. 18. As you continue to own your journey, you become more comfortable with adapting. If your goals evolve or circumstances shift, you can adjust your path without feeling lost. Flexibility becomes a strength that keeps you stable amid life's changing tides. 19. Each new accomplishment, no matter how modest, reinforces your belief in the power of your choices. You see that progress isn't accidental. It's earned through decisions and actions that you consciously select. This awareness cements your role as the architect of your future. 20. Ultimately, owning your journey is about honoring who you are and who you can become. It's about claiming agency over your destiny, trusting your inner voice, and forging ahead despite uncertainty. When you fully embrace this outlook, you hold the key to creating a life that reflects your deepest hopes and aspirations. Chapter 17. Navigating Setbacks with Resilience. 1. Navigating setbacks with resilience means accepting that challenges are a normal part of life, not a sign that something is wrong with you. Instead of feeling defeated when you face difficulties, you learn to see them as stepping stones to future success. 2. The first step is to acknowledge the setback without pretending it doesn't hurt. It's okay to feel disappointed or frustrated. Allowing yourself to have these emotions is healthy, as it creates space for genuine understanding of the situation. 3. Once you've recognized your feelings, shift your focus from dwelling on what went wrong to thinking about what you can do next. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Understanding the lesson hidden in the setback helps guide your future actions. 4. Resilience grows when you treat obstacles as puzzles waiting to be solved. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Try, how can I use this experience to grow stronger? This approach encourages creativity and problem solving. 5. Break the challenge down into smaller parts. When the hurdle seems too big, identifying smaller tasks makes it more manageable. Achieving even one tiny objective restores confidence and reminds you that progress is still possible. 6. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can make a huge difference. Talk to friends or mentors who believe in your abilities. Their encouragement can help you see setbacks as temporary, reinforcing your own inner strength. 7. Patience is essential in building resilience. Real growth doesn't happen overnight. Give yourself permission to take time, try different strategies, and adapt until you find a path that works. This patience reduces pressure and keeps hope alive. 8. Reflect on past challenges you've overcome. Remembering how you handled difficulties before proves that you're capable of bouncing back. Each past victory is proof that you already have what it takes to deal with whatever comes next. 9. Be kind to yourself throughout the process. Resist the urge to blame or criticize yourself harshly. Treating yourself with compassion helps maintain a healthy mindset, ensuring you emerge from setbacks wiser rather than wounded. 10. Resilience also means being flexible. If one plan doesn't work, be willing to try another. Flexibility shows that you're not stuck on a single solution and that you can find new ways forward, no matter how things unfold. 11. Avoid comparing your setbacks to someone else's journey. Everyone faces difficulties, but the timing and intensity differ. Your resilience comes from how you handle your unique challenges, not how quickly you think you should progress. 12. Gratitude can help reframe setbacks. Even in hard times, focusing on what you still have and what you've learned keeps you grounded. Gratitude shifts attention from the pain of loss to the strength gained through perseverance. 13. Celebrate even small signs of improvement. If you manage to take a tiny step forward after feeling stuck, acknowledge it. Each small effort you make in overcoming the setback is proof that you're moving toward a better outcome. 14. Keep in mind that setbacks are often temporary. What feels like a roadblock now may seem less important a few months down the line. Keeping a long-term perspective helps you resist the urge to give up when faced with short-term disappointments. 15. Rely on habits and routines that support resilience. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, going for a walk, or writing in a journal, steady, positive habits provide comfort and stability during uncertain times. 16. Learn to trust yourself again. A setback may shake your confidence, but remind yourself that one disappointment does not define your overall ability. Your potential remains intact, ready to shine once you move past this challenge. 17. Focus on what you can control. You may not influence all external factors, but you decide how to respond. By concentrating on actions you can take, like seeking advice, adjusting your plan, or improving your skills, you maintain a sense of power. 18. Accept that not every setback leads to the exact result you imagined, but each one can guide you to unexpected opportunities. Sometimes a closed door nudges you toward a better, more fulfilling path you hadn't considered before. 19. Be proud of yourself for facing tough moments rather than running from them. Standing firm when things get hard shows courage and determination, qualities that enrich every area of your life. 20. Over time, navigating setbacks with resilience becomes part of who you are. You transform from someone who fears challenges to someone who embraces them. This change ensures that no obstacle can truly stop you from growing and thriving. 21. Remember that resilience isn't about never feeling discouraged. It's about feeling those difficult emotions and still choosing to move forward. By living this truth, you free yourself from the idea that setbacks define you. 22. In the end, resilience turns stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Each time you rise after a setback, you strengthen your belief in your own abilities. Owning your resilience empowers you to face life's unpredictability with courage and hope. Chapter 18. Finding meaning in service to others. 1. Finding meaning in service to others involves looking beyond your personal desires and focusing on how you can improve the lives of those around you. When you offer help, support, or kindness, you tap into a sense of purpose that goes deeper than personal gain. 2. Serving others doesn't require grand gestures. Small acts like listening attentively, sharing encouraging words, or offering a helping hand can make a big difference. Each kind action adds to a positive ripple that spreads far beyond what you see. 3. Helping others can also help you discover your strengths. You learn what you're good at when you step in to assist someone. Whether it's offering advice in an area you understand well or using a skill to solve a problem, service reveals talents you might have overlooked. 4. Service to others builds empathy. When you make the effort to understand someone's struggles, you learn to see the world from different perspectives. This empathy enriches your relationships and gives you insight into challenges you might not have faced yourself. 5. Finding meaning through service also nurtures humility. By recognizing that everyone has their own battles, you realize you're not alone in your imperfections. Offering help teaches you that strength is not just about personal success, but also about lifting others up. 6. As you help, you feel a sense of connection. Serving people weaves you into the fabric of a community, showing that your actions can touch lives you may never fully know. This bond reminds you that we are all linked and that cooperation leads to collective growth. 7. Kindness can become a habit when you practice it regularly. Over time, you find yourself noticing more opportunities to do good, like opening a door for someone, complimenting their efforts, or volunteering your time. Each consistent action strengthens this positive habit. 8. Serving others can also reduce stress and anxiety. When you turn your attention outward, your personal worries shrink. Helping someone solve a problem or lending an ear to a friend often brings comfort and balance to your own mind. 9. Finding meaning in service encourages gratitude. As you witness others' challenges and hardships, you appreciate what you have more deeply. Gratitude, in turn, motivates you to continue sharing your blessings and encouraging others to persist. 10. By focusing on what you can give rather than what you can get, you shift your values. Success no longer hinges solely on personal achievements. Instead, it includes the positive impact you have on the people around you. 11. Sometimes, helping others leads to unexpected opportunities. You meet new people, learn new skills, and discover causes that ignite your passion. Service can steer you toward paths you didn't know existed, broadening your horizons and sparking new interests. 12. When you work to improve someone else's life, you realize how much influence you hold, even if it's small. Understanding that your words and actions matter helps you recognize your responsibility to act ethically and compassionately in all areas of life. And 13. Overcoming differences becomes easier when you serve others. As you interact with people from various backgrounds, you find common ground through shared goals of well-being and support. This cooperation bridges gaps and fosters understanding. 14. Service adds meaning to your own journey. Instead of feeling like your efforts only benefit you, you know that others profit from what you do. This sense of significance can motivate you to work harder, learn more, and strive for excellence. 15. It's important to remember that helping doesn't mean ignoring your needs. Serving others from a place of strength, where you've cared for yourself too, ensures that your kindness is sustainable. By maintaining your well-being, you can continue giving effectively over time. 16. Celebrating the positive outcomes of your support reminds you that change is possible. Seeing someone smile because of your kindness or hearing how your advice made a difference reassures you that effort spent on others is never wasted. 17. Finding meaning in service doesn't always require a direct thank you. Sometimes your impact is quiet and unseen, but no less real. Trust that your contributions matter, even if they're not always recognized with praise. 18. As you serve others, you learn patience. Change often comes slowly, and people may need time to grow or heal. Understanding this cultivates compassion and prevents frustration from overshadowing your good intentions. 19. Over time, service shapes your character. It shows you the power of generosity, empathy, and cooperation. These qualities become part of who you are, influencing how you think, speak, and act in every corner of your life. 20. Ultimately, finding meaning in service to others allows you to become part of something larger than yourself. You realize that your life doesn't exist in isolation. By contributing to the well-being of others, you add depth to your journey, knowing that your legacy is felt in the better lives around you. 21. Serving others encourages you to keep learning, growing, and improving. When you see that your efforts can brighten someone's day or solve a problem, you want to strengthen your abilities. This self-improvement feeds back into your life's purpose. 22. In the end, finding meaning in service transforms how you measure success. It's no longer only about personal gains, but about lifting others, forging connections, and creating positive change. Through service, your journey becomes richer and more meaningful, guiding you toward a life defined by compassion and purpose. Chapter 19. The Strength of Gratitude. 1. The strength of gratitude lies in its ability to shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. Instead of constantly longing for more, you pause to appreciate the blessings already present in your life. This change in perspective fosters contentment and peace. 2. Gratitude encourages you to notice simple joys, a warm meal, a kind word from a friend, or a quiet moment at the end of a busy day. All become gifts worth cherishing. By acknowledging these positives, you fill your mind with comfort rather than complaints. 3. Making gratitude a habit can be as easy as writing down a few things you're thankful for each day. With practice, you'll find more items to list. Over time, this simple act trains your mind to look for goodness in all situations, big or small. 4. Gratitude also improves your relationships. When you appreciate others, you're more likely to show kindness and understanding. People feel valued and recognized, strengthening the bonds you share. This positive energy often comes back to you as genuine support and care. 5. By focusing on what you already have, gratitude reduces envy and comparison. Instead of measuring your worth against someone else's achievements, you center on your personal progress. This mindset helps you find satisfaction within yourself rather than chasing endless external standards. 6. Gratitude helps you endure hard times. Even in difficulty, there's often something to be thankful for, a lesson learned, a friend's support, or inner strength you never knew you had. Recognizing these silver linings keeps hope alive when challenges seem overwhelming. 7. Practicing gratitude can enhance resilience. When you view setbacks through a grateful lens, you see them not just as losses, but as chances to gain insight. This perspective encourages you to bounce back stronger and wiser after each defeat. 8. A grateful mindset improves self-esteem. By acknowledging your own efforts and achievements, no matter how humble, you remind yourself of what you're capable of. Each success, each step forward, confirms your ability to make positive contributions to your life. And 9. Gratitude connects you to the present moment. Instead of worrying about the future or regretting the past, you become aware of the value in the here and now. This awareness reduces stress and invites calmness into your daily routine. 10. Sharing gratitude with others magnifies its power. When you thank someone, you both feel uplifted. Simple words of appreciation can brighten someone's day, creating a circle of kindness that inspires everyone involved. 11. Gratitude is a choice you make repeatedly. Even if life feels imperfect, you can decide to find something positive in it. Over time, these repeated choices reshape your mindset, building a default pattern of looking for the good. 12. Embracing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems. You can acknowledge difficulties while still recognizing what's going right. This balanced view helps you maintain realism without sinking into negativity, encouraging steady progress rather than despair. 13. Incorporate gratitude into your goal setting. When you appreciate what you've done so far, you approach new challenges with confidence. Gratitude reminds you that you've overcome obstacles before and can do so again, fueling determination. 14. Recognizing the efforts of others is another form of gratitude. By valuing people's contributions, whether it's a co-worker's help or a neighbor's kindness, you create a more supportive environment. Everyone thrives in a space where good deeds are noticed and appreciated. 15. Gratitude nurtures humility. When you understand that many good things in your life come from the support of others, from luck, or from circumstances you didn't create alone, you stay grounded. Humility keeps your perspective fair and your ego in check. 16. A grateful mind supports better decision-making. When you're not fixated on what you lack, you think more clearly and calmly. This clarity helps you choose paths that build on your strengths and resources rather than chasing empty promises. 17. As gratitude becomes natural, you experience more joy in everyday life. Mundane tasks become meaningful, and challenges feel less like burdens. You start to realize that you already possess many ingredients for happiness and just need to pay attention to them. 18. Gratitude's strength lies in its simplicity. It requires no special tools or conditions, only the willingness to notice and appreciate. This accessibility makes it a powerful ally at any time, whether you're at your highest peak or in your darkest moment. 19. Over time, gratitude creates a foundation of well-being. With each small expression of thanks, you lay another brick in the structure of a life that feels rich, connected, and hopeful. This solid base helps you face the future with confidence and peace. 20. Ultimately, the strength of gratitude transforms your entire outlook. By focusing on what's good, you build resilience, foster better relationships, and find purpose in everyday moments. Gratitude offers a quiet, steady source of power that can guide you through life's complexities. 21. Whenever you feel uncertain, remember that gratitude is always within reach. Turning your attention to what you can appreciate, however small, gives you comfort and strength to keep moving. This sense of abundance frees you from the fear of scarcity. 22. In the end, embracing gratitude means choosing to see life through a lens of appreciation rather than lack. The more you practice, the stronger it grows, until it becomes a natural part of who you are. With gratitude at your side, you navigate each day with greater ease, harmony, and hope. Chapter 20. Living with Purpose and Integrity. 1. Living with purpose and integrity means aligning your actions with your deepest values. Instead of drifting through life, you choose a direction that reflects who you truly are. Purpose gives you a reason to wake up each day, and integrity ensures that every step you take honors that reason. 2. Purpose comes from understanding what you care about most. Ask yourself what moves you, what problems you want to solve, or what legacy you hope to leave behind. These reflections guide you toward goals that feel meaningful rather than shallow achievements that leave you unfulfilled. 3. Integrity means staying true to those values even when it's tough. It means choosing honesty over lies, kindness over cruelty, and effort over shortcuts. While it's not always easy, acting with integrity builds self-respect and earns the trust of those around you. 4. When you live with purpose and integrity, you're less influenced by passing trends or external pressures. Your sense of direction and moral compass keep you steady, making it harder for distractions to pull you off course. This stability provides peace of mind amid a chaotic world. 5. Purpose helps you handle setbacks with patience. Instead of giving up when you stumble, you remember why you started. Knowing that your actions support a larger cause inspires you to try again, see failure as part of growth, and maintain faith in your path. 6. Integrity simplifies decision-making. When you know your principles, choices become clearer. Instead of debating right from wrong for a long time, you rely on your moral code. This reduces stress and uncertainty, freeing up energy for constructive action. 7. Living with purpose encourages you to invest time and energy wisely. You say no to tasks or relationships that don't contribute to your vision. This selective approach ensures you're dedicating yourself to things that matter, avoiding wasteful detours. 8. Integrity reinforces your credibility. People can trust your words and rely on your promises. Over time, your consistent honesty and fairness draw others toward you. Relationships strengthen, cooperation thrives, and you become someone others look to for guidance. 9. Purpose-driven living also enhances your resilience. When you know what you stand for, temporary obstacles don't shake you as much. You understand that challenges are just part of the journey, not signs that you should abandon your mission. 10. Acting with integrity means you treat others with respect, even if you disagree. This approach nurtures understanding and prevents small conflicts from becoming big problems. Through respectful conduct, you build bridges rather than walls. 11. Your purpose fuels long-term motivation. Without a meaningful direction, it's easy to feel lost or bored. But with a purpose guiding you, every task gains significance. Effort feels worthwhile, and you remain driven even when initial excitement fades. 12. Integrity brings consistency to your character. People know what to expect from you. This reliability builds a sense of calm in your relationships and your mind. You're not constantly worrying about slipping up or contradicting your values. 13. Living with purpose often means stepping outside your comfort zone. In pursuit of meaningful goals, you face fears and learn new skills. Integrity supports this growth, preventing you from cutting corners for quick wins that go against what you believe in. 14. With purpose and integrity, you find satisfaction in the journey itself, not just the end result. Knowing that your efforts align with your ideals brings a sense of peace, regardless of how long it takes to reach your objectives. 15. This approach also inspires others. When people see you living by your values, striving for meaningful goals, and refusing to compromise your character, they realize they can do the same. Your example encourages them to seek their own purpose and uphold their principles. 16. Purpose and integrity transform mistakes into opportunities to learn. When you stray from your values or face setbacks, you reflect, correct course, and move forward stronger. There's no shame in errors, only lessons to integrate into a more honorable path. 17. Over time, a life guided by purpose and integrity creates a legacy you can be proud of. Even if the world never celebrates your accomplishments, you know you've lived honestly and aimed for something greater than personal comfort. 18. This way of living cultivates inner peace. Free from regret, you trust that your daily choices matter. Instead of constantly wondering if you're wasting time, you rest assured that each action supports your vision. 19. Integrity and purpose make you less likely to be swayed by negativity or temptation. Your commitments are clear, and you have reasons to resist shortcuts. This strength protects you from harmful influences and keeps you aligned with what you hold dear. 20. Ultimately, living with purpose and integrity creates a life that feels authentic and meaningful. You become the author of your story, shaping it with thoughtfulness and courage. Each decision, guided by values and guided by a sense of mission, leads you toward a future you can embrace wholeheartedly, knowing you've stayed true to yourself. You've reached the end of Nobody is Coming to Save You. Get up and be your own hero. But your journey is far from over. By now, you've seen that real strength comes from within, and that waiting for others to fix your life only keeps you stuck. The choice to grow, push through challenges, and create your own path lies entirely in your hands. Take what you've learned here and carry it forward. Every action you take can move you closer to the life you want. Remember, no one is going to rescue you, but you have the power to rise above every obstacle. Embrace your courage, trust your potential, and commit to becoming your own hero, today, tomorrow, and always. Thank you for listening. If this audiobook inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who needs a reminder of their own strength. Your story is unfolding. Make it one worth telling.